Families don't fall apart because of money. They fall apart because no one wrote the rules. Y'all know Venus and Serena daddy, Richard Williams. So what started them on their quest, he actually saw uh one of our white sisters, okay, get $40,000 in one night from a tournament. And when he saw this, it completely changed the trajectory of his life. And he was like, oh, my babies can do this. My babies will do this. And this was before they were even born. So, what this man did, he wrote a 70-page document outlining in this framework around tennis and how his babies is going to excel at tennis. He went to the library, got the books, and just did a comprehensive study, right, on tennis and how to make it work, right? So then he created this 70-page document for his babies. He had a vision, he set the rules, and he laid out how the family would move together with this vision. So even though everything wasn't perfect, it's the rules that kept the family focused on the mission. And then we all know the result, right? The result was you have two of the greatest uh, athletes of our time, and you have a wonderful, great legacy because of vision, right? Now, let's imagine if he didn't do this, right? If there had been no plan, no vision, no rules, that story, of course, would have ended very differently. And I'm going to tell you, this is what wealthy families do. They create a family constitution. Now, a family constitution is about, it's not about lawyers or, jargon, but it's simply writing down the rules that can hold your family together when emotions run high. Okay. So it plans prior to anything happening, right? So you may be like, well, Michelle, what goes in a constitution? So, for instance, you're going to answer questions like, um, how will financial decisions be made, right? Who has authority over these assets, right? The house, the business, right? What kind of plans go into succession when we talk about the church or the ministry, right? What happens if, let's say, a family member borrows money within the family? What happens? How is it repaid, right? What happens when disagreements come? And what rules can we set in place as a family when emotions run high, the relationships don't break, right? So these are the kind of things that are written in a family constitution. When it's written down, the money doesn't have to divide the family. It unites them, right? So a family constitution, you can look at it like playing Monopoly. When you don't have a constitution, it's like you playing Monopoly with no rule book, okay? At first it's fun, everybody doing their thing, but eventually people are going to argue over money, argue over the properties, right? Argue over who's right, who's wrong. But a family constitution is the rule book, okay, that keeps the game going in peace, right? So I just want to tell you, you don't need a lot of money to start, right? You start with what you have, what's in your hand right now. You just need the courage to write down as a family what you all stand for and how you can handle money together, okay? Because rules protects relationships, and then those good relationships protect and guard your wealth, okay? See you next time.